All right, you guys. Hello, good evening, happy Wednesday. Uh, it got hot. What's the weather like where you are today? It rained this morning and then it got hot and it's like 89 out still right now at 7 o'clock at night. And the reason that I'm blasting off with this is because I'm looking around for my sweatshirt because it's so hot upstairs, and as soon as you get to the landing, it gets chilly. And I've had sweatpants and a sweatshirt on all day, and we don't even have the air on. It's so hot upstairs. I think we're going to turn the air back on because it's going to be hot for several days in a row now. So anyway, I'm kind of looking out for my sweatshirt because um, it's weird. I just made dinner, so I went and put the shirt on because I got really hot cooking dinner when it's hot upstairs. And then I came down here and now I'm cold again. So anyway, you didn't. Thanks for watching. Um, I have 3 cards for you guys tonight, and they are using the wild flower designs. So I will show you everything as we go. And first of all, nothing. I got my newsletter out today on time. Woo, yay. That always is this is about the time that I forget, or I remember that I forgot to get it out, but I got it out today. Um, Class, I got the Memories of More class. I still have like 5 seats in the class. I could do it to go. You can come with a friend and split it. Class is 17 cards for $30 using the Memories of More pack. All levels of crafter can do this. I've got some fun fold kind of stuff here and there. So it will be something that everybody can do. You can message me, email me, call me, let me know that you would like to come. That class is on Sunday, the 30th at 9:30 in the morning, or Monday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And I can't wait. Most everybody's signing up for Monday. So the one on Sunday even said she would come on Monday. So, it's fun, fun, fun. Oh, and I'm starting my Creativity Now class. That's not a class, it's an event. So for demonstrators, they're having Creativity Now. Got an awesome stamp set that we were able to purchase, and accompanying coordinating products. So I'm designing a couple cards extra to do with that, and it's been decided it will be at my house. I was going to go north and do it up at my mom's, but it's going to be down here at my house, just for logistics. And yeah, it's just going to work best to be down here. So with that, I'm going to get going. If you hop on, just say hi, let us know where you're coming from. If you're lurking in the background, oops, I can't put that away yet. If you're lurking in the background, just pop in a little smile or something. Just say hey so we know that you're there, because we like to know when people are watching. All right, so let's remove the spotlight. We're gonna go here and move my camera down. So you should now be seeing my desktop. Oh, looks like I didn't got this light over here that's got moved. All right, I got lights everywhere. Must be I didn't zoom in on the same, because this light over here, right here, that's not normally in the view, so I must not have zoomed in as far as I normally do. Hey, Mom. So let me show you something here real quick. In the new catalog for Quick and Easy section, where they show us the mix and match ephemera packs, and get it over here. In that, this is the Quick and Easy. This is like a second level. This is somebody who doesn't want the kits, who doesn't want everything all ready to go. They want to do a little thinking and a little putting together themselves. That comes into this section of the catalog. So when you get to page 22, you will see all these little, let me raise it up, see if I can get that in there. You'll see all these inspiration, these card templates, and they are here to help, what's this, spark your creativity. So you're going to find these, and I'll show you how. Let me go over here to the card page we're going to do tonight. You'll find them like here. This is showing us that it's using one of those little templates from that page. And so we're going to make this card. This is our first card that we're going to do with the Wildly Flowering Suite. I think I'm using the whole suite today. Yes, I'm using the whole suite. So we're using the Wildly Flowering Suite, but it's the Wildflower Designs as a stamp set. We're going to use the embossing folder as well, and I'll show you that a little bit closer up. But I just wanted to show you the templates and how they'll show you that the card is using the templates from that other page. And by all means, use these templates. I lost it now. Use these templates to help give you guidance. Even if you're a seasoned stamper, you can still, here they are. You can still, if you're stuck or just need a quick and simple idea, take one of these designs and then just kind of run with it. Step it up. Say like this one here, you can use designer series paper, use one of the fun dies, you can emboss them, you can add embossing to the, like to this layer and then layer it on a card base. So it's just a guide. Add some gems in there. So it's just a guide to give you that little push that you need. I was doing those on Saturdays for the longest time. Weekend inspiration, and then I don't know what happened. Who knows what happens when I stop doing? I probably went somewhere and got out of my routine, but we're going to do this card. So this is the one that's in the catalog. All right, and I did the envelope and I did the inside. And hey, Kathy, when I was in Wisconsin, I really got spoiled with the ladies making their samples and putting the card, the designer series paper on the flap of their envelope. Oh, it's so pretty, but I haven't got there yet. Not quite yet. I don't know. It's just got to be that paper hoarder in me that, gosh, I don't want to waste all that paper on that flap. Oh boy. But this is what we're going to do. So let me just show you. Let's get started. I have some of it ready to go. All right. So we've got Mossy Meadow at 4¼ by 11 inches. I'm going to score it at 5½ or just fold it in half and burnish. All right, we have a Wildflower Designs here. And I have that little tiny hashtaggy looking dotted mesh. I don't know what the technical word for it is, but that's what I've got. And I got my Mossy Meadow ink. And I'm just going to go around the outside edge. And I'm just going to run the ink out, ink it back up. And like I said, I'm just going up and down, tap, 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 up and down the edge. Kind of filling in all that space. You don't have to tap, 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 tap it, but I just thought it was a good way to run out the ink and give me a little bit different coverage. Oh, Lordy, I forgot my cleaner. 2 seconds. All right, because I need that stamp again but a different color. So I have also this piece for the inside, so I'm going to leave that off to the side and hope that I remember to stamp on it. That and my envelope. We're going to stamp these at the same time we're doing the rest. So then I have a piece of basic white that I went down 2 sizes. So this should be 3 3/4 by 5. And then we're going to use the big flower. Did I show you guys what the front looks like in case you... There's the front. Hey, Janice. And Bonnie. Oh, yay, she made it. So let me get a stamp or a block. All right. And so we're going to put a couple of them down in wild wheat. And I'm going to put one down here by the bottom. One a little up a little higher. And I had to trim off my stamp today, you guys, because it was too long and it kept stamping on everything. Little, the shadows. And then here's my envelope. Here's my inside. And then I can wash it off to keep it out of the way. Yeah, every time I stamped, it made that shadow from the rubber onto the card, and I was not happy. Continually redoing it. Well, I'm going to need my wild wheat again. I'm going to leave that there. So now I'm going to do the, kind of looks like a Queen Anne's lace, I think. I don't know what kind of wheat it actually is, but we're going to use this one. Maybe it's not a wheat at all. Could be a flower. And we're just going to, oh, I didn't get that. We're just going to stamp these around on it. I think I can stamp over that. What are the chances? What do you think? Can I fix it? Hold on, don't breathe. Okay, a little better. So we got 2 of the blue ones. Now I got to put a blue one on the envelope. Blue one on the inside. All right, and then now we're going to use the kind of like the flower with the leaves and the stem on it in Mossy Meadow. And we're going to come up and off here. And we'll come up into the center over here. Actually, I'm going to go down here. Just because it's all going to get covered up and I kind of want it to be seen, So now we'll do the inside over here and the envelope over here. And we can move those 2 out of our way. That back, close up our green. And then now we're going to come back with our wild wheat. I didn't grab my glass cleaner when I was over there. So now we're going to come back in with the wild wheat and this little dot. And we're just going to kind of randomly strategic place those around in here. Fill it in. Give it a little bit of another look, another layer of goodness to it. And then we're going to take a strip of Misty Moonlight, and this is 4 inches. No, it's not quite 4 inches. I think I went 3. Oh no, I did go 4 inches. So this one's 4 inches by 1 inch. And we're going to put a little bit of embossing buddy stuff on it. Static remover stuff. And I'm going to stamp it in Versamark with the Sending Happy Thoughts. Sending Happy Thoughts. We'll put that in the middle. Hey, Dawn. Thanks for hopping on. I think I got that upside down. Nope. So Sending Happy Thoughts. Then we're going to emboss it with white. And I did see, you guys, that the white, all the embossing powders are back now. So I got to get on there and update these, because remember I told you like last week that I had black mixed in with mine. So then we're going to just heat it real quick. Need to heat it till it melts. And then we, oops, you don't want to rub it while it's still hot. Just trying to spruce it up to get that, remember that we talked about that. It's not a film, but that white, the white look that the embossing buddy gives it. All right, so now we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Oh, look, you're there. I'll be wearing this. I forgot my glue bottle too. That's what happens again, you guys. I got it all done. I brought everything over. I double, triple, quadruple checked all the pieces and parts to make sure I had them. All the odds and ends that I was going to use, and then forgot the my glue. And I don't want to use that other glue tonight. Just because I might make a mess. All right. Now we're going to just pop it up, put dimensionals all over the back. Or if you use foam strip, cut a strip of that and put that on the back. To my finger. All right. We got a lot of dimensionals going on tonight. There. All right, so we're going to just stick that on the front. Like I said, this is like 2 sizes down from like a regular. It's 3 3/4 by 5. Then let me show you, for those of you that are saying, oh, I don't like heat embossing, I don't know how to heat emboss. I cut another strip just to show you this alternative idea. So let's get our glue. And you could glue that on there. It's a lot of white, but it also works. For those of you that don't want to monkey around with the heat embossing, or like I say, maybe you don't know how, you haven't branched into that world yet, you can always just put a strip on the front like that. And it's just as nice. So then we're going to open the inside and we're going to glue down our paper. All right, who sees it? What I do with it? I've been stamping it and oh, it's back there. No, that's the envelope. Where'd the paper go? Ah, yep, back there too. I moved it out of the way. Forgot already. All right, let's get that out of the way. Yeah, that's another thing too, Dom. We forget all the fun stuff that we know how to do and have We have all the products to do it, we just forget about it. All right, so now I glued the piece to the inside. And our first card is set and ready to go. You will want to remember to put your name on it for all the people to know that you made that with your own two hands. So there's our first card. This one, like I said, Kate. Oh, we're not done. Look at there. I forgot. I got these little gems to put on there. And my pick tool is over on the counter. And I struggled. I wonder, does anybody know, does the putty dry out in our pick tools? Because I cannot hardly pick anything up with my putty. Because it's like really not hard, but it just doesn't seem like it wants to work correctly. And I'm just wondering if it's old because I didn't never use it enough. Now we're all set. So there's our first card. So we did the inside. And we also stamped our envelope. Oh, I didn't put those little hashtaggy things on this one. So you can go ahead and put some of those on there too. Just, keep the fun going. All right, now we're going to move on to our next one. We're going to build up off from this one to a little bit deeper crafting. And we are going to do, let me shut that up for now. We're going to move on to a mauve version. And so I did the same thing on the envelope. And we just moved up into doing a little bit more with die cuts and things like that. So that one, not the wrong piece, hang on. Oh, back here. So this one, got our envelope to do. We got our inside panel to do. We are starting with a Moody Mauve piece that is 5.5 by 8.5. Again, scored at 4 1/4, or just fold it in half. Either way, burnish on that score real good. And then, oh, I didn't show you guys the paper. Have you all seen the paper that we're using here? This paper goes with this suite. And so, let's see if I can show you some of the. So this is like a flower, and then on the back is kind of a linen. Real pretty flower. And then this flower, this pattern we're using is the mauve, but it also comes in a blue with this real pretty flowers on the other side. There's a wild wheat. And that's the other side for the one we're going to use. And then we've got a few like little patterns. These would be cute to cut out. Is that the same one? So it's mauve on this side and wild wheat on the back side. And then here's like a linen background with those pretty flowers on it. And on the back, that's just a blue like linen. And then this one is just big pink and looks like early espresso flowers and a little pattern on the back. It's so pretty. So that's the paper that goes with the suite, and that's what we're using here. So I've got a piece I cut down on the 8th. So we've got 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That's the other side. gonna glue that on. I want the mauve side up, so oh. And then I cut already, and I left it over here. Cut the mauve piece, and so I'm going to show you the dies. Here's the dies that go with it. So we got all four of the flowers that are in the set, and then we've got a few frames. And so this frame here is gonna cut out like this. Okay, so you got this piece that you could do something with, and this piece. So I cut the big frame out of mauve, and then I cut the small frame out from just basic white, and I want that, it's not the small frame, it's the inner side. I cut the frame out again in white. And that's why I didn't do it ahead of time. I saved it out. Well, I'm not going to dig that out, but the white frame part is in there. I hadn't cut this before the video, and I said, oh, I better cut that, but I didn't cut it, and I was going to cut it on after I stamped it. So, oh, well, we'll stamp it after it's already cut. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this frame on. Just going to try and like center it on the front of the card. I think that looks pretty okay. Make sure I got it. Let's see if I give that a little push down. Okay. Then we'll just take this piece that we have from the center of the white, and we're going to just kind of stamp the same way that we did the last one, but we're going to use Moody Mauve. Mossy Meadow. And the Wild Wheat. We're going to just shake up the blue and put down a mauve piece instead. Stamp our envelope, stamp our inside. We want that one back again. Clean that. With my luck, I'll switch up colors like this one here and forget that I didn't clean it. All right, so this is our Moody Mauve. That's pretty dark. And I'm going to close that up because I don't see needing that again right now. Then we've got our green. Clean that. I made 70. Well, I didn't actually make the whole thing. I made a kit, I'll call it, for my friend today. She needed some tags for some candy bars for Father's Day at church. And so I used the trusty tools paper that we had at Celebration. And so I cut out 70 tools today and made some frames and gave her all the goodies that she needed she was going to glue them together and stuff. So, and then I stamped Happy Father's Day on all of them. And then she just had to pop up the tool on the piece of the frame that I used that was in the Trusty Tools dies. And then she's going to just stick them onto the front of the candy bar. So I thought that that was going to be really cute. She was really excited. She's just like, can I come over and see what kind of stuff you can come up with and help me to make these candy bars? And I just said, hey, how about you do something like this? And she said, well, that sounds great, but I'm running out of time. It's just me. And so I'm like, okay, well, give me a second. And it took me a couple hours, but I called her up and said, you're ready for assembly. And she was pretty excited because she was originally going to tie them all onto, oh, I forgot to do those two things. She was originally going to tie them all onto the candy bars, but I told her that it might work better if she just uses some glue dots. Oops, I'm not even stamping in the ink. If she used some glue dots and then just stuck them onto the candy bar with the glue dots, it would be a lot less frustration for her to not have to tie string, punch a hole, tie string through all of my little tags, and then tie them onto the candy bars. So I said, just to relieve yourself from a little bit of frustration. Oh, that popped right up. Do I need to put some more glue on that? All right, so then we're just going to glue this guy right into the hole where it needs to go. Hey, Julie. I'm going to glue that back into the hole. Perfect fit, of course, because it came out of that same shape. I'm going to go ahead and glue our paper to the inside just while I'm here. Take that out of the way. Go this way. Got that step done. Now you could obviously stamp a greeting or whatever on the inside to keep going with, your front stuff. I don't normally put anything on the inside. Just gives the people a chance to kind of say what they want to say themselves. So I'm going to I got a 1 1/8 inch wide piece of wild wheat. And then I'm going to use this, You've Been on My Mind. And I'm going to stamp it in wild wheat. Now, I could go something a little darker, but I didn't. I'm going to go with the wild wheat. I had to trim this one down too because it was doing this and then it was touching down. And so let's see if I got this. Let's go over to the edge a little more. I couldn't decide. I'm going to go in the center. I couldn't decide if I went uphill. Hold on. Tip it over. Where's my Stamparatus when I need it? Okay. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to have it go straight across like this one, or if I wanted to nip both ends. So this one, I think I'm going to nip both ends just to see how it looks. So we want to go up to here. Oh, that didn't come out too shabby. I sometimes don't do the best on those. Maybe I'll keep it. I went skinnier. This one was like 1.25 inches. I really wish it could be 1 inch. Let's see what we can do here. Can we make it 1 inch? I guess you can always trim after. just is so overpowering on the front. Not that little smidge helped at all, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and I think I want to cut that in a little bit more even. Okay, so now we're going to come over and try and repeat that over on this side. Oh, not too shabby there either. My lucky day. Okay, then I have some of last year's ribbon. Let me shut this wild weed up. Some of last year's in color ribbon. And I'm just going to put a piece of tear tape on there. And start like, so we want this one to hang down. So I'm just going to start like wrapping it on there. Like this. That looks all right. Cut it off. And then I'm going to pop it up with some more dimensionals. If I can find what I did with them. We'll use this right here. I'm going to put a couple on here tonight. I like to make sure that my ribbon's not going to go anywhere. Probably wouldn't have with the tear tape under it, but then I'm going to center that in that square, or sure it has a name. It's not a triangle. Hexagon? I don't know what kind of shape that is, but I put that in there. So then we're going to bring in some more of these little dots that go with it. They're called adhesive backed textured dots. Can you see the, I don't think the little dots are coming through. No, they look smooth. So maybe next time they'll show. So we're going to put a few of those on here. Just like three. Three's enough. You can put as many as you want. And we need to flip it over. Put our name on the back. And that is our second card. It's a little bit stepped up from the first, but nothing too major, just uses a little bit more of the die cutting and a different ribbon. So that's our second card. I guess the first one didn't use any ribbon at all, so. Clean the stamps off. Get ready for the next card. So I got one more to show you. It won't go too long, I promise. Oh, Dawn, thanks. Yeah, she said she liked them. I hope she liked them. Oops, I forgot to put the little things on it, but that's all right. I don't need them on all of them because I don't have it on this card. Anyway, so this is my third card. It's just a, I don't know what you want to call it, fold, but you could put a Velcro dot to keep that closed. I don't think it pops up there too badly. So I did not put a Velcro dot, but you could put a Velcro dot on there. So this is our last card. And It uses, get our envelope out. I did put stuff on the inside again as well. Oh, I got an extra envelope for some reason. This one is going to use a regular 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of paper. This is early espresso. And then we're going to cut off 2 inches. So you can either go, down to 2.25 like this way. You can find the 2.25 where your fold is and cut it, or you can just come in the other way and cut off 2 inches. Whatever works for you works for me. So now we have this going on. We scored it at 4.25, burnished on our fold real good. We've got a piece of that beautiful designer series paper with the blue linen on the back, and then those pretty flowers. Let's see, is there an up? There's probably not really an up, but I like it this way. So we're going to glue this down. Now you could emboss this. When I was in Wisconsin, one of the samples that we used with this set, she did have us emboss the designer series paper with the folder that goes with this suite. And I will show you that in one hot second. Like 89 degrees hot. Here it is. It's called the Dashing Designs. And I used it on the front here. I don't know, can you see that? Does it show up good? So that's what this one looks like, Dashing Designs. So I use that for my next step. So I've got now a 3 3/4 by 3.5. Just to make sure, yes, 3.25, a 3.5 inch piece of early espresso, and then I scored it at 1/4 inch. Maybe that's an 1/8 of an inch. I think it's a quarter though. Let me look just to make sure. Well, yeah, it's pretty much a quarter. So we're going to glue this down. Well, no, let's not do that step yet. We're going to take our piece of paper that it's going to go right here. I cut this white to 3.25 by 3.25 square. And it's cut down on the 1/8. So is it 3.5, 3.25? No, I did cut down on the quarter, so look like the 1/8. So we're going to glue that on the front. But first of all, we're going to take our crumb cake and we're just going to muddy it up a little bit. We're just going to drag our ink pad over the top of it just to give those bumps that stick up some ink and just to give it a whole different look by dragging it over it. And when I was getting my stuff over there, I grabbed my glass cloth. And I also keep a, what do you call that guy, the bald guy? Mr. Clean, a magic eraser sheet. Now, I don't know, I haven't heard that they're not supposed to go on this, but I keep one with my cleaning cloth. And then if the glue is, because I'm not good at cleaning up right away, so if the glue gets hardened on there, I just use my little magic eraser sheet and wipe it off there. So we've drug our pad over the top, and now we're just going to glue it on, glue it in place there. We probably need a little bit extra glue on this just because of all the bumps and divots to help it stick down better. Let's see. Yeah. I wonder if I stuck the glue on the early espresso piece, if that would help it at all. That would stick any better. Probably not any. 5, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Well, I got that stuck on there. Now we're going to glue this piece to the card. So put a little bit of glue along your edge there. And then set it down. It should be about an inch on each side. So let's find an inch marker. Or not. Helps if you stay on camera. So I glued that down. Doesn't look like it got all the way up there though, does it? We'll go this way. Okay, I'm going to press that down. Glue that in place. So now we're building up our fun fold here. Then I've got, let's do our inside piece next. So I'm just going to stamp. Same thing, because you know what I didn't do, guys? Again, oh, here, this will work. All right, so we're going to have to build our flowers that we put up around the sides. So let's go ahead and put the wild wheat guy down. And we're going to keep these pretty tight in the corner because we've only got this 2 1/4 inches over here. And we'll put a piece on our envelope over here. This has been a struggle for me today to remember the envelopes. Then we're going to build up our sides. And so I'm just going to show you, I've already done all those little pieces. So I put that down, but I want to show you, I took my blender pen and then I just went over the flower to pull out that color and kind of give that a full look. Okay. And I made a couple of those. And then I got to do the inside one. And the ink will stay sort of wet for a minute. Give you a little bit of a chance to work with it. Then I went back to the blue for this card because I figured with the sentiment being on the Moody Mauve that it just would give a little bit more contrast. So let's stamp. Oh, that'll work because I've already got them done. Okay, so we got our blue ones done. Bring in our blender pen. Just kind of give them a little bit of a color. And then we've got the green again. Now this green is really juicy, so it will blend for a while. All right. Back. Get our blender pen again, and then just, like I said, this one's really juicy, so it does its thing for a little bit. Then when you're done, just give your pen like a quick rub off just to make sure that any ink that it did pick up has come off. All right, so then I did 2 of each of these, and then I cut them out with the die cut. Bam, like that. Let's find our card. Let's glue our insides in. And I made this one on the 8th so that it covers this seam over here a little bit better. So let's glue that in. Okay. So now we've got this. Burnish again real good. Then I have the little die. This one here. I use that one to cut this out. I'm going to use Happy Birthday from the Unbounded Love set. Just because, you know, I can always use a random birthday card, I think. And I'm going to again use the Versamark. And I'm going to keep it over here, like to the left, so that my flowers can come up around on the right side. And we've got our clear powder. Boy, this has lasted me forever. And Mom and I got this one time in Chicago at a Craft and Hobby Expo. Sparkle and Sprinkle was the company's name, and it was full, but that was, oh my gosh, that was years and years and years and years ago. But they went out of business, but they had all kinds of oh, I have to do this over. It was all embossing powders and glitter. As far as you could see. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back side of this. Again, glue it up good because it is going against those bumps on the embossing folder here. Hold it down for a second. Get the embossing. I put the embossing buddy thing on it over at the desk before I brought it over here. So we'll try and wipe off any residual white we have there. And then now, like I said, I cut these out beforehand. So now we're just going to layer them on our card front. And I just kind of picked them all up. Just kind of laid them like that. Flip them over. Squirt a little glue where it looks like it might stick. Give it a little bit of a second to dry. And then I did pop them up. So let's put some dimensionals on the back. I like to put my dimensionals over the places that they could come apart if they're going to. I'll put that down here. I got to be a little bit careful because I did that one a little different than the first one, so it's not lining up in the same spot. So we got a little bit more. Let's go this way with this one. Yep, that's it. Just random. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of glue here and give it a second to dry. Put a little bit of glue on here. I like to do that just to keep my pieces where I kind of want them. Nothing worse for me than getting it all laid out and then I bump it and they slide all over and then I've lost it. So I'm going to kind of go this direction with it to fill in that space over there this time. All right. And then I have some, basically this was almost like tow rope or something. I have no idea where I had this twine, baker's twine. Maybe it was bigger than a paper pumpkin kit, but maybe it was from back when we had the boat with the anchor and we had we might have had this twine, then we had some baker's twine that was blue. Anyway, it was super thick, like it looked like rope. And so this is just 3 or 4 pieces of it, and that was it. It was really thick and hard, like stiff. So tore it down to 3 or 4 pieces. Not that I don't have other twine I could have used, but you know, try and use up some of that stuff that's been sitting around. Plus, oh, look, this. I might be able to kind of give the illusion, look at that, maybe the illusion of a multi bow. Wow, I'm pretty good. Look at that. Looks like I got a 3B bow there. Cut the ends. And then I just use a little glue dot to glue it in place. So when you use a glue dot, if it's too big, just give it like a little pinch or try and roll it up a little bit. And then I just stuck it on the stems down there. And then I use those same gems again. If I can find them. You guys see them? Where are the gems? Oh, under all the ink pads. So that's it. We just got a couple little gems to I'll leave it down there. Fill in the space down there with. Oh, should we put our name on the back of this one too? I don't know what color we used on the last one, Moody Mauve. So let's use that again because that's what's on my stamp. Gotta get a different stamp because this one doesn't say Stampin' Up on it. But it's just the one I got over here, so I use it occasionally. So that is our 3rd and final card using the Wildly Flowering stamp sets over here. Wildflower Designs. All right, so there's the last card. There's our second card. And there's our first card. All right, whoops, later. So that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. Oh, did you see? Look, I took a random picture at the grocery store the other day. They had a huge plant display. So I took a picture of me to put in my 20-year frame that I got celebrating 20 years of creativity. I got it the 20th anniversary convention it was probably at the time. Yeah, so this is my 20th year at the end of May. So I thought I'd put that out. So yay, I finally got it up. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. We'll see. But anyway, I will be back again. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Appreciate sharing, commenting, following, just hanging out with me. And I will be back next Wednesday. So take care, everybody. And until then, stay cool if it's going to be hot like it is here. Bye, guys.